from an abandoned storage building behind Wendy's. This is the Poor Taste Podcast with Dustin Sims. Is it comedy, or is he just working some shit out? Stay tuned and find out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 22 of the Poor Taste Podcast. Guess who's back 2 weeks in a row? Won't be here next week, though, and it's my fault, and I'm a shitty person, and thank you for the death threats in advance. It's good to be back. We were just in South Carolina.
Columbia?
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Columbia. Our brains are fried. We had like 2 hours of sleep the entire weekend. We've done a lot of drugs, a lot of cocaine, a bunch of strippers. It was a good time. It was fun. But we're back. Things are back to normal-ish. Before that, I was in fucking Ardmore, Oklahoma, and it looks exactly like it sounds, okay? There ain't shit in Ardmore, Oklahoma. I took that show because I needed something in Oklahoma City, and this dude was like, we're close to Oklahoma City, which is true. I mean, it's like an hour and a half away, which is close. I don't really know what I expected when I got there, but this dude's like, we're going to put you in a room. He said, we're going to take care of the room. We're going to cover all that. He's like, we're going to put you up somewhere. I was like, cool. We'll go knock that out, and then we'll go across the fucking country to Columbia to do these shows the next weekend. Stupid trek anyways. Like, that was dumb for me. Going all the way over here, then going all the way over here the next day. Whatever, that's on me. But I took this not really knowing what it was going to be, you know? And then, like, we pull up, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like a rundown hotel, right? That's what you see when you pull up. No, it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. It's not one of the hotels that, like, people stay at. It's one of those hotels that people live in, okay?
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah. Methany and, you know.
Yeah,
ketamine.
Methany, I like that.
Ketamine Ken, you know, it's just... It was that type of joint, and whatever, dude. Like, we stayed there before. We're fucking Americans. Like, it's like a
family inn.
Right? Yeah. It's something you should. Everyone should have to do it once. You should have to stay somewhere like that. Get a tetanus shot. Get AIDS. It's the American way. So we pull up and we're like, oh, this looks shitty. You know, like we get there and the guy's like, I'm on my way. Well, he pulls up and he's like, we got you in the good room. We got you in the good one. Like there was just one. All right, we got you in the good room. I'm like, oh, well, thank God. So we're like walking down this like thing. Curtains are just hanging down off these rooms. You can see in there, people are butt fucking. There's homeless people shooting heroin. I'm like, this is awesome. This is great. Go around the corner. He's like, we got you in 114 down there. And he's like, I told him, this man wants to take a nap. I told him I might lay down before the show, take a nap. So he's yelling, like these people are like working upstairs. He's like, this man wants to take a nap. And I'm like, awesome. This is great. Hospitality. So we go walking in this room, and it looks like fucking Guantanamo Bay. It looks like a cell in Guantanamo Bay. There's a bed, and that's it.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. There's just a bed. There's a nightstand. There's nothing on the walls, which is fine. I don't give a fuck about that. The floors are like sticky with, I don't know, blood, cum, whatever it is. It was insane. Like, I'm like, okay. The cigarette smell doesn't bother me. Like, it bothers a lot of people when I get it. And he must have thought that it would bother me. But no, what bothered me was the ammonia and the bleach that he used to try to cover up the cigarette smell. It was just like, your eyes are just like, just fucking melting into like liquid, just rolling down my fucking face. And Kayla's crying. I'm like, why are you crying? She says, my fucking eyes are bleeding. So it was crazy. So we walk in there, and we're like, we're not showering here. And then we look at the bed, and we're like, well, I guess we'll just lay on like our suitcase. We laid our suitcases on. We just laid on our suitcases, took a nap before the show. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty rough, you know. And it was funny. I was like, I'll just get us a room in Dallas because we flew into Dallas anyway. So was like, fuck it, we'll just nap here before the show and then go in.
Yeah.
So like we're laying there and like we're trying to doze off, and all of a sudden you hear from the fucking ceiling, and they're just sawing 2x4s. Like are they rebuilding this shit from the ground up? I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm like, it'll stop in a minute, you know. And then it did. It stopped for a minute, and I was like, all right. So like that doze off. Doo, 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 doo. I'm like, okay. And then I guess the guys were like, somebody's like, shh, they stopped and like shuffling around a little bit. And I guess one of them was like, these people are trying to sleep. And maybe I should have been more vocal. Maybe I should have been like, hey, man, shut the fuck up. But I guess they were like, they made the assessment that I wasn't making noise. I was dead asleep anyway. So they like turn on their little radio and it's like, and they're just fucking tap dancing up there, jamming out, having a siesta. Okay, fucking Corona bottles are flying from the top balcony into the bed of the truck, my truck. I was like, woo! It's gonna be at Ardmore. So then, like, I'm walking to the show, and I text the guy, and I was like, is there a green room here?
That was his answer?
No, okay. I was just being a smart ass.
Is there a green room here? Are you fucking
The
kidding
walls,
me?
what do you, this is red. He's like, the walls are not green inside. They're blue. They got a blue room over there. You want the green, you want the room to be green? We'll make it green.
We'll paint it.
I'm like, I just need somewhere to hang out before. Like, I don't want to be in that room. It's a small room. I said, people see me. It's like disrespectful to the people who are on stage. That's
Right.
what I meant. Because if someone's on stage and I'm in that room, people pay to see me. They're coming up to talk to me. They're not paying attention to who's on stage. So
Right.
I'm like, I had to hide out. You know, I'm like, where can I stay? And this dude's like, brother, I won't let a goddamn soul touch you. And I said, that's not it. That's not it. And he's like, I'll give you my word. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. And I was like, that's not it. I don't want you to kill these people. I was like, I just respect for the people on stage.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, you stay with me. And I'm like, okay. All right. So we're staying out in the hallway. And like the dude comes in, he's got this cowboy hat on. He's got this belt buckle that's the size of like a fucking toddler, dude. It looked like a vending machine. Man, I swear to God, you could have got Cokes out of his fucking belt buckle. And he comes out. It's like Longmire meets Bates Motel, okay? And he's got this whiskey glass, all right? And he's like, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for this hotel. I don't own it yet. He's like, but I'll have it and I'll kick all these motherfuckers out of here. And I'm like, I didn't meet a soul at the hotel. I was like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Well, these children are playing outside, out back, and there's these glass doors. And he goes like, that shit right there. And he like runs and just like kicks the fucking glass door open. He's like shaking his ice in his whiskey glass, staring at these kids like he's just going to beat the fuck out of them. And I'm like, whoa, this is wild. So I go around to the side, you know, my guys are on stage. I'm just chilling, you know. I go around to the side. I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to figure out what jokes I'm going to do. And this dude is like looking out the blinds out the back where the pool's at. All right.
Yeah.
And his wife is standing beside him. They're just peeking out the blinds. I don't think they know I'm back here. They're like right here. I'm just sitting in this chair like, okay, what the fuck's happening? And they're whispering at each other. And she's like, they're out there moving the goddamn furniture. And he's like, fuck. You know, these people are like, who live in these rooms are like taking their nightstands and trading them like they're Pokemon cards. They're like, I like that one better. Yours has got 3 legs. I want that. And he's like, got the blinds like this. He's like, oh, the fucking Night Sims is here. And like closes the blinds. I'm like, ooh, everybody finna get fucking killed. And he looks back at me. He's like, I'm sorry about this. I said, brother, I don't even know what's going on out there. I don't give a fuck. I just want to go do my jokes. You know? And he's like, this won't happen next time. I said, I won't be back. Do you understand me?
They won't be.
I'm not coming back.
Yeah, it might not be
Never.
next time.
Never. All right, cool. Love the experience. Great story. I never be back. Never. No. Nah. Mm-mm. So, like, I get on stage. The room was pretty cool. Like, it was like a small room. It only held 85 people. And he's sweating. He's like, we've never done a show this big. And I'm like, whoo-wee. He's like, we never had anybody of your fucking caliber here. I was like, caliber? Like, I'm fucking Kevin Hart? Dude, I make dick jokes on my YouTube. Like, you know, like, what do you say? Caliber? Anybody. Dude, anybody.
You was the Rock to them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you walked up in there with your fucking dick out on
Yeah,
stage.
they're like, we're not going to let anybody fucking touch you. And I'm like, that's fine. That's never even happened. So cool. This would be just like everywhere else.
Yeah.
So the room was great. Like the crowd that came out, no shit. Those 85 people were like awesome. Like every one of them like was chill as fuck. They were cool, great laughs. Like the show went great. I have no complaints about that or the crowd that came. Cool ass people. It was just a fucking shit show around us, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we were like in this beacon of hope, and everything around us is just like fucking calypso. You know, we're just fucking sinking this ship together. And the mic keeps popping while I'm on stage. It keeps coming in and out. But that doesn't matter because the room was so small, people could hear me whether the mic was on or off. Yeah, it was a little annoying at times, but it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about it. Well, the dude hears it from the hallway, I guess, and he comes in. He's fucking pissed. He goes up to stage while I'm on stage, and he's like looking at me like I'm trying to do my jokes, and he's like, like people can see you. You like
He's
fucking
standing next to you.
yeah, you like
doing that.
Yeah, like people can see you. Okay.
Oh, whoa, oh no! What
yeah,
the fuck?
fucking Kenny Chesney's up here like, hey. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, the mic's cutting out. I'm like, yeah. Show's going on, buddy. I know.
Yeah.
And he's like, twist the bottom of it. He's up here like giving me like jack off instructions. He's like, twist the bottom of it. Just twist it like that. Just do that right there. And it'll start again. And I was just like, okay.
Twist. Focus on the head.
Yeah. He's over here telling me to do the double fist. Guap, 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 So like I twist it and I'm like, is that good? And all these people are just staring like. And I'm like, can we just do this now? Like, can we finish this up? And he like walks off, shaking his head. All right. Get off stage. People come. Bam, 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 bam. Before I even go up on stage, my bad. Some chick comes to the bathroom. The bathroom is in the hall. She's like, oh my God, can I get a picture with you? I was like, yeah, of course. She grabs a picture.
She was in the men's bathroom?
No. Like, I'm in the hallway, like on the way to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I can take a picture with her, and he sees it, and he comes running over there. He's like, sorry about that. He said, I let one get slip through the cracks. And I said, no, that's fine. I was like, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I just can't be in there. The whole thing will be like on me. And he goes, it won't happen again. Well, her husband, she goes out and shows her husband. She took a picture. He comes out. He's like, man, I'm so sorry. My wife was just out here. And that dude goes, shut up. Shut up. And that dude's like, huh? He said, you shut the hell up. You go back in. You don't tell nobody what you saw. And he's like he just witnessed a fucking murder. Like we were out here fucking children in the hallway. He's like, no, you will not say anything about what you just said. I was like, his wife took a photo with me, man. He just wants one too. And the dude's like, you fine with that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Perfectly fine with it. And he's like, so he looks back at the guy. He says, it's going to be $5. And the dude's like, what? He said, it'll be $5. You want the picture or not? And the dude's like, I need to reach. I was like, it's not $5. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything. And the dude looks at me like, you fucking dumb fuck. He's looking at me like, are you retard? Whoa, we're not talking about retards today. He's like, you dumbass. All right? And I was just like, these people paid tickets, man. I was like, fucking relax. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's telling the bouncer at the door, he's like, you better check every fucking ID. There's children who watch this motherfucker. I don't want none of them slipping through there. You would know if there's a fucking 9-year-old walking in. And also, who's letting their kids watch us? Whose kids are watching? Have you even seen any of my content? Like, yeah, I'm sure like some people are like, whatever. But like, shut up. Kids, people aren't bringing their kids here.
No. Oh, no.
And then and if they did, they'd pull up and see this hotel. They're like, we'll catch you the next show, Dustin.
We'll catch you in Columbia.
But my favorite, my favorite part, dude, was when we were leaving. Like, he wants to take a picture of me and his wife and him. All right, and his wife comes up. His wife was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
like she was saying she owned the bar, but you would think he did the way he was running it. Well, we're taking a picture, and he's like, I want to apologize to you. He's got his arm around my neck. Okay, he's like, I want to apologize to you about the little microphone incident we had. Like someone sodomized me with it. I want to apologize about shoving that microphone up your ass earlier repeatedly until you were bleeding out of your rectum. I was like, no, dude, it's fine. Shit happens all the time. Mics, they go in and out. You really can't control that,
Yeah.
And he was like, it don't happen here. And I was like, what? He's like, it don't happen here. It'll never happen here again. I'm just letting you know. I'll have this shit fixed up by the time you leave this motherfucker. And I'm like, that's good to know, man. I'll get the word out.
Yeah.
So, the legendary Gushers Lounge in Ardmore, Oklahoma, the microphone works now. And they will never have another issue.
And I guess the microphone,
the sound guy.
Yeah, the sound guy.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
He's buried in the motel.
It's too damn bad. He's like, I didn't mean for that microphone to work. He's out here digging his own grave. It's too damn bad. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, didn't you say he was wearing like this big cowboy hat,
dude,
too?
yeah.
Oh, dude, this fucking boss hog right here.
Oh, dude,
man.
he thought he was like on Yellowstone, bro. He thought he was like John Dutton. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. And then when I left, he was like, "Now don't disrespect me in front of my wife or all these people. Now I don't want you to hurt my feelings in front of all these people." He said, "But when you go home, I want you to write me an email, a detailed email or a text, and send it to me and let me know about your experience here." He said, "I want you to be honest, brutally honest, okay? Tell me what I need to do to fix this place." So, brother, I'm going to send you this link, and I'm going to send you this timestamp, and I'm going to tell you, burn it down. Just burn it down. Just even the people in it, you burn it down, then come burn the fucking Heflin McDonald's down. Delete it, start over. Put it in a fucking pasture next time. That would be fine. No, seriously, though, the show was good. Went great. Loved everybody. Everybody was cool. I don't want to die. So I will say that. It was awesome. Awesome experience.
He's coming for you next, man.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, do you think he told his wife the same thing?
Man,
I don't want you to embarrass me right now, but you can write me an email, you can send me a text, just let me know, like, how was the length, how was the stroke, how was it?
Was it good? Did you like
good?
it? No, tell me the truth.
I know you didn't get off, but come on.
It is funny that you're wanting brutal honesty after you just killed the Mike guy. You're like, that's fine. The Mike popped. This guy had no control over that. He's dead. Tell me what you thought about the place.
Yeah,
Loved it.
It was awesome.
Oh man, I can't wait to come back. This is fucking great. Greatest time I ever had. Woo! So, and then what's funny is like the exact opposite end of the spectrum. We get to Columbia. You have that experience. Honestly, we could have walked into the Columbia, like the comedy house, and the lady could have like shit like in my hand, and then like smacked it in my face. I'm like, why are you hitting yourself? And I'm like smacking myself with my own shit, and I would have just been, this is awesome. This is great. I love it here. But she was awesome. Like the comedy house in Columbia, South Carolina, by far, second to none, the best accommodating place I've ever been. Like I've ever performed. Yeah. It was insane. Like the lady took care of us. Like she gave us a bottle of Patron the first night we were there. Gave us a bottle of Patron the second night we were there. The fridge in the green room was fully stocked. She let all of us like drink from it. I had my brother, I had Mike, my wife, Alex had someone, Cam, and not all comedy clubs do that. Like they might give you like a little tab, but dude, they was letting us just do whatever, man. Like it was crazy. Like they were really sweet. All the wait staff was sweet. Like everybody was cool. I can't say enough about that. Like legit, like best place I've ever been. Melanie, I don't remember her last name, but she has a fucking running. Like it's a tight ship. Great. Like the audio, everything was good. Life was threatened. Now, someone did get their ass beat.
Yeah.
Like
got that ass kicked.
Me and Mike, it's like last night we're getting ready to do the last show, and me and Mike standing out there, and this lady comes up, and she's got a microphone in her hand. She's like, hey, she's the one doing the announcements. And she's like, hey, Terry's out there. It's Terry's birthday. His table wants you to fuck with him a little bit. And she's like, I told him I'd tell you. And I was like, all right, I'll see what I can do. And like we're talking about it. And me and Mike's just standing there. All of a sudden, this one chick comes up in pajamas, and she's got no shoes on.
No shoes on.
No socks either, right?
No socks, no shoes, barefooted. She's raw dogging that floor.
Yeah, which was very sticky. They mopped with fucking syrup.
Yeah.
That's the only complaint you could really have about the comedy house. They mopped with syrup. The fucking, it was like if you ever been to a drag strip, it was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But she just shoves the shit out of the chick with the microphone.
Right in front of us.
Yeah. And me and Mike, but you're like 1,000 milligrams deep in some edibles.
Oh, yeah.
So this felt like an alternate reality.
I wasn't on this planet.
No.
Like, fucking we had 2 bottles of Patron.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And like, it was like slow motion. Like she shoved her, but it was like, it was harder than like a gentle shove, like you're fucking around, but it wasn't like world star shove either.
Yeah.
So you're confused. You're like, are they just fucking around? Like that was kind of rough, but like, are they just fucking around? And then they're like yelling back and forth. And then all of a sudden, old girl in the pajamas takes a swing. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, ooh. That's all I could really do. I don't know why, because my body just fried up. I'm like, ooh-wee. And I look at Mike, and Mike is over here just stoned. Like, he's watching, like, fucking porn with his dick out, but not touching it. Just like, man, I've already nutted, but I can't stop watching this shit. And I'm like, man, do I grab this girl? Because that's a weird thing. You're like, I don't want to grab a woman. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if there was dudes fighting and they were like, somebody's dying. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll jump in that bitch.
Yeah,
But
that
like,
would have been like easy.
it's two women, you know, and like it gets weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to
Right.
grab this woman. He grabbed my titty. Or you know, like, why is this finger in my vag? And it's like, why is your vag in the air like that? Like, I don't know. How you fighting with your coochie up? Like, it's weird. So we're just like, oh, fuck. Well, Melanie is in the kitchen, like, throwing these fucking grilled cheeses together, and she just comes up, not in my building, and, like, picks this bitch up, and just, boom, body slams her. You're fired!
It was.
I was like, whoa! My fucking erection was just like, I was like, God, that is the hardest thing I've ever fucking seen. Because people live, you live for moments to say certain sentences. Like, you could be a manager forever and not be able to just come out yet. Like, you can say, you're fired, we're sorry to let you go. She's like, you're fired! And she just body slammed this motherfucker. I'm like, whoa! That's a once in a lifetime thing. For her and us. We got to witness it. Like, that was amazing.
That was fucking awesome.
That made the trip. It was amazing.
And like you said, like I'm pretty fucked up at this point.
Yeah.
Like I'm really okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much over the edge. And I look at you and I was like, "Hey, man, is this real? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah. It was awesome, man. The whole weekend was awesome.
Yeah. Like honestly, they really were so accommodating that. I mean, honestly, she could have like beat the fuck out. They could have beat the fuck out of each other right there, and just like that, it was gone. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was good.
I liked the chick with the microphone that was like talking with somebody. I liked her so much that like when Melanie like slammed that other bitch down, I wanted to walk over and be like, like kick her in the fucking
Get a
ribs,
couple
you stupid
kicks
bitch.
in.
You fucking whore. I don't even know what you did. I fucking hate you. And I hope you die. Just kidding. But it was cool because, like, another thing we seen, like, Melody, like, legit, not Melody, but the little girl, I can't remember that girl's name.
remember the lady.
But she hit that bitch with that microphone. The microphone I got to use on stage.
Shit.
I got to see it. Before I even went on stage, I got to see a lady get hit in the face with it. You know how much power I felt like I had in my hand? She was like, just knighted this bitch.
Yes.
Bah! You bitch, you're fired. I was like, whoa. And I'm up there on stage. Like, I felt like I had Thanos' glove, dude. It was awesome. God, it was awesome. Just a fun weekend.
Very fun. I enjoy it. Well, okay. If you're planning, just for anybody that's like curious, if you're planning a trip to Columbia, South Carolina, just anytime, within the next, 10 years,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Don't. There's nothing there's nothing to do in South Carolina.
Well, there's Myrtle Beach.
There's nothing to do in Columbia,
Right,
South
right.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Because we were wondering, like, okay, how far away from the beach are we?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a little beach time in. No, we're smack dab in the middle of South Carolina.
And that's weird because it's like the capital, ain't it? I think
It
it's
may be. I don't know. Well, and another thing I want to talk about is the buildings. Like, the buildings look like Anniston, Alabama. And if you've never been to Anniston, Alabama, it's kind of a rough part of town, like really run down old downtown buildings. Mm-hmm. And you see all of these old downtown buildings everywhere, like everywhere we went. And then there's the fucking stadium out of nowhere. It's just like, here's this big ass multi-million-dollar stadium's possibly the biggest fucking stadium that I've seen.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, it is very nice.
Their stadium's nice.
And it's just smack dab in the middle of all this
nowhere.
shit.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
Shitty buildings on one, fucking cows on the others. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird location. And then like the parking looked weird as fuck too. Like, you have to take a fucking bus to get there, like park.
They had their own little fucking shuttle bus, which I'll tell you this, Auburn University doesn't have that.
No, and they should.
They really should, because you got to walk. If you park way in the back, you got to walk about fucking 2.5 miles to get to the stadium.
Yeah. Tuscaloosa's that way too. That fuck.
Never been to Tuscaloosa.
Sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. Athens. I guess they're all kind of like, especially if they're in the city. So maybe it is good that one's kind of on the outskirts. It does help, I guess.
Yeah.
Athens fucking sucked too.
Oh, they also had South Carolina also had a big bronze cock.
Mm-hmm. It was nice. We stroked it. Fuck, man. I took my brother, like the wild one, the one that don't know how to act, and we were in the green room, and I was trying to like tell stories about him, and I could tell Alex and Becky and Cam were like, no. And then he comes walking in the green room and he hears me because he was dancing with Yolanda, this waitress that worked there. She was like, she got me a drink. I had to dance with her. I was like, it's her fucking job. She come in there and can I get you a drink? And you're like, I'll take a Michelob Ultra. And she brought it to him and he was like, man, you want to dance? And I'm like, what are you fucking doing? And he's like, she brought me a drink. I'm like, that's what she's there for. You know, she wasn't trying to fuck you. But whatever, he's like dancing with Yolanda. He comes in, I'm like talking about the time he had this, like cutting this bitch's hair off and shit. And he comes in, he's like, ah. And he's trying to like defend himself so it doesn't sound crazy. And he's like, I had the 357 in her mouth because she stole from me. He's like looking at Cam. He's like, she stole from me. I had it in her mouth. I'm going over the river bridge. I got the hair trigger. I'm surprised it didn't blow her fucking brains into the dash. But she was fine. It was just because she stole from me. And Cam was just like, he could realize that this is like crazy motherfucker. He was like, oh. I like you. You cool. You know that? Like, you're so awesome. Yeah, fuck her for stealing. I hope she's dead now. But you're cool. We're cool, right? You're funny, man. We gotta get a picture together. You want another beer? I'll go get you another. I'll go get you a 6-pack. Shit was funny, man.
I like the fact that he didn't realize, he didn't remember that he had the old hair trigger on it until he hit the bridge, and they're like,
yeah, and he's like, damn, how did you not die?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know how the bitch didn't die. He's like, I got this fucking like .2 feather trigger on this 357, and we're hitting every goddamn pothole and bump.
Yeah, how's she still here? So God looks after meth heads, man.
But does he really?
I don't know, man.
I mean, does he really? Okay. Do meth heads... Oh, fuck. Do meth heads really have it better than us?
No.
But now, okay, now before you make a judgment.
Okay.
Before you pass judgment.
Okay.
So listen to this. Like, yeah, they probably have to, like, do things like they don't want to do, like suck dick in a back alley behind a Wendy's, but...
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't pay taxes.
Okay.
They don't pay rent. They don't pay, car insurance. They don't pay any of that. Like, they really don't have responsibilities.
That's the trade-off.
Their only job is like, hey, I gotta cure this fucking fix.
Yeah. Well, that's the trade-off. But you also don't have like running water. You don't know where your next meal is gonna come from. You don't know if this truck driver is gonna like shoot you in the head after you suck him off. You don't know if a lot of shit, like there's a trade-off to like real freedom. Like there's freedom that we have, not really freedom. Like there's things that you can't do that but we all decided that those things are off limit. Yeah, worth the trade-off, right?
Yeah.
And when you do shit like heroin or meth and stuff, you're like, fuck all that. I'm free, but you're like sleeping on a piece of cardboard under an overpass, like with a fucking splinters in your asshole, where someone fucks you with a broom handle for $40, and you're like,
yeah,
sounded like a good idea at the time.
I mean, you was gonna like use that $40 for some meth, so
right.
Hey, that was a good trade off.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like you let someone do that, and then they gave you $40.
Yeah.
And then it's like now I got more meth, but it's like wow.
Nah. I mean, I'd rather be where I'm at now.
Right.
Let's talk about.
But it's crazy that you were like on the edge. That's interesting.
Well, I was like, I mean,
what did it? Like, what part of that? Like, when the
see,
broom handle?
No. I was thinking of it more like hunting,
okay,
or like camping.
Yeah,
but I'm not talking about highfalutin camping where you take your 45-foot.
Yeah.
You take that camper out and
get the flat screen and the satellite.
Yeah. Not like that, but more or less tent. You're cooking over an open fire, like stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that wouldn't be too bad, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't think about, negative 15 degrees and you're out there freezing your balls off up under the bridge.
Well, what you're thinking, like there are people I'm sure who live off the grid. Like those people like the Alaskan bush people. Like they're
okay.
pretty free. That's pretty fucking free.
Why are they so weird though?
Because they're cut off from civilization. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
the things that we find normal is not their normal. Like, to them, they're probably perfectly fine, but their social skills are off because they're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And all you have to talk to is, like, your wife and your children. Who the fuck are your children talking to? Each other? Are they fucking? Are they having little children? You got little fucking, like, incest grandbabies? Like, are there other families out there? Maybe. But, like, are you kin to them? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they could be your long lost.
And who decides to do this? Like, let's just go to Alaska and be the bush people. Let's just get out there. For sure, some of them people are normal, but most of them have probably done some shit and had to run from some shit, and now they're out there. So you're like, who are you really hanging out with out there?
You ain't hanging out with no fucking nobody.
That's what I'm
Yogi
saying.
the Bear?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not even saying that. Like, if you do run into other people out there, you have to wonder, like, why are you here? Like, what are you running from? Or are you normal and just wanting to live off the grid?
Right.
But what are the odds of that? How many people really want that? People say they want that, but do they really want that?
My father does.
Really? That's why.
My father has had a quadruple bypass, and he thinks he stands a chance out here in the fucking wilderness, in the wilderness of Alaska.
I would bet on
At
it.
that. Yeah, you right.
I'd fucking bet on
Like
it.
this, yeah.
Anybody else? Probably not.
Anybody else? Yeah, probably not. But you know, he's got that big dick energy. He's probably
Yeah. He can hang.
I fucking wrestle that
He'd
bear.
like just whistle some weird way, and a Pegasus would fucking fly out of the sky, some horse, and then they'll just carry him around and fucking just kill bears and shit with his fucking bare hands. His dick's just dragging in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll never forget the first time my father ever carried me squirrel hunting. I was pretty young. Like I could not kill a deer to save my fucking life.
Yeah.
Couldn't stay still. Couldn't be quiet. Couldn't do none of that. But I guess he figured I'd have a better chance killing squirrels, so he carried me squirrel hunting. And we were out there. We've been sitting out there for like 3.5 hours. You know, that was a long time for a child. Like for a child attention span.
it's a long time for me. I'm over here like, wow.
3.5 hours and they ain't seen shit. We ain't seen nothing.
Oh no, I'm gone.
And my father was like, all right, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting. And I'm thinking we're going to head back to the truck. So I'm kind of like agging him on. You know, I was like, yeah, we ain't seen shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this? But much to my surprise, he's not ready to go back to the truck. He's like, I'm going to try to call him. You gonna do what now?
Squirrels.
Squirrels. He said, I'm going to try to call them. So I'm like, all right, let me see this.
Yeah.
Let's see how this fucking plays out.
Yeah.
And he stands up, backs up against a tree, and he starts going. You like that sound?
I like that sound. It sounded like good head.
No, like I guess
he asked that
whenever.
to you?
Yeah, no. That's the fucking noise that he made.
That's it, really.
That's it. That is it. He's like.
Sounds like good head.
It sounds like the Gawk Gawk 3000.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, you're fucking weird. What the fuck are you doing,
Yeah.
man? But it fucking worked.
Wow.
It fucking worked. We started seeing squirrels. I actually killed my first squirrel. And I'm like, where do you learn that? At what point in your life, like what age do you reach where somebody just, a random person walks up to you and is like, hey, you know what sound a fucking squirrel makes?
That's so weird.
It's so weird. Where do you learn that shit from?
That's fucking weird.
That's that
it's
old-
weird that it worked, too. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck did you tell these squirrels? Like, come get this squirrel pussy?
Right. That's interesting.
Holy fuck, what if that's what he really said?
Because they have to mean something. Like,
Yeah.
sounds have to mean something to them. They can't just be random sounds. Or
No,
and they
no.
make sense to them.
No, I mean, I guess maybe it was the same type of situation where, like, you whistle at a deer whenever it's running, and, like, it'll stop or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's the same type of deal. I don't fucking know. But it worked.
That's crazy.
And that's
It's like fucking Snow White. They just come up and start, like, folding, like, clothes and doing
Yeah.
dishes and shit. It's like, wow.
Now, I only killed one. I had a 20 gauge, by the way. Like, I don't know if you know much about squirrel hunting, but, like, 20 gauge, you probably don't want to hunt with a 20 gauge. It's very loud,
Yeah.
very detrimental to the squirrel.
Yeah.
But I shot one, fucker fell out of the tree, and he was gone.
That was it.
And no.
Oh, no.
Every squirrel within 4 miles was gone.
Oh, yeah.
But he did use that mouth, that squirrel mouth, You know what I mean? Like, if anything, he got that squirrel mouth.
Yeah. That's gonna be a sound bite. Got a lot of gays on my Snapchat. They're people too. They got that squirrel mouth. That's what I would think a squirrel call would sound like, bro.
Have you ever heard a squirrel call? Do they make squirrel calls?
I don't know. Do they make them? Do you make them?
If you fucking make squirrel calls, please, I want one.
Yes.
I want a squirrel call.
Get your dad. He's a portable one. Yeah. Whoa.
I'd like to see him with turkeys.
Oh yeah. I knew a guy who could do like a badass turkey call with like by himself, like nothing. Like it was pretty wild. And
Did he do the?
he did both. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, what I was actually talking about was like I once watched like competitive turkey calling. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Competitive turkey calling. And this one man, I seen him like go up to the mic, and he gets real sensual with the mic. He gets up real close. And, he's like, like with his fucking throat. He starts doing this shit with his throat, just like that. And it's funniest shit I ever seen. That's what I want to know. Does this man finger his throat as he's doing his turkey call?
Oh man, I can't take you serious.
I swear to God, dude, that's what he was doing. But it was like dead on. It was fucking dead on. Oh, like shit. If I was a turkey, my turkey cock would be rock hard.
That's wild, dude.
Just like
a dying
that.
dog.
Just like that. And I may have drank your little miniature Patron.
Bro, I got so much. Man, it was my birthday last week. I turned 30. Woke up with erectile dysfunction and a catheter hanging out of my cock. So life is good. My mom got me some Patron Thursday night. We went to eat. And then fucking Saturday, Alex brings me a fucking gallon. It's the biggest bottle of Patron. I didn't even know they made bottles of Patron this big. It was just a fucking huge bottle of Patron. I'm like, oh, thanks. Then Cam shows up, and he's like, happy birthday, dog, and gives me a bottle of Patron. And I'm like, oh, wow, I've got so much Patron. And then I get to the venue, and we get to the green room, and there's a bottle of Patron. And the lady comes in, she's like, that's yours, you can have it. And I'm like, damn. So then we're getting ready to leave. We got the second night. We show up. It's just one show. There's another bottle. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to do that. And she's like, yeah, we do. And we're going to do it. And we're going to leave it here for you. And I'm like, so I'm going home. I've got it was like I just robbed a fucking liquor store. I've got enough Patron to drown an alcoholic fucking Mexican. It's insane. So,
oh, man.
Thanks for everyone for the Patron. Thanks for the birthday wishes.
Yes, sir. I got to tell you about this porn I was watching.
All right.
I like how you livened up. You was like, oh, okay.
Well, because we were just talking about animal sounds and shit, and you're like, oh, that reminds me. I got to tell you about this porn.
Yeah, I got to tell you about this. No, like, it wasn't no bestiality or, like, horse type shit, but.
Yeah, you got to. Okay. So, anyways, it was a blowjob. It was great. Anyways.
Yeah, let me come up with something different. It definitely wasn't horse porn or shit like that. Yeah. But, anyways. She was a very attractive lady. Like I'm very picky, like with my videos that I like. And I found this one that I like. The only problem is like the woman was very vocal. And sometimes like that can throw you off.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to the comments. Like halfway through, that's as far as I can make it. Like halfway through of her vocal sounds, and I'm like, I'm over this.
Right.
Like I can't even do this. So I go to the comments, and the very first comments says, like, well, I was gonna come, but this bitch sounds like a dying pig. And, dude, I don't know if you've ever laughed with a full-on erection. But that has got to be, like, the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Is to go to not even expecting this, and go to the comments and find out that people think just like you. This bitch sounds like a dying pig. I can't even finish.
Dude, the comment section is hilarious anyways. Like, even if you're not, like, if you're just looking for a good laugh, man, just go to porn and just read the comments. It's hilarious.
Oh, man, the next fucking one said, like, hey, if y'all are tired of jerking off to this pig, they was like, hey, if y'all tired of jerking off to this pig, let's load up some fucking Warzone and play. And there was like 15 comments with everyone's gamer tag on it. You can go to Pornhub and find you a goddamn duo partner.
That's insane. Well, think about this. Imagine being the girl. Imagine I feel like that's the lowest points you could probably get. Let's be honest. And whatever you think about porn stars, fine. Whatever, however you hold them on the pedestal of life, whatever, that's on you. But let's be honest. Like that's probably that's got to be the last resort. As a woman, you're like, I'm gonna get naked on camera and let just random people fuck me for money.
Yeah.
Okay. And if that's your path, cool. But that's when you have nothing else left to offer, usually. Okay? Now, imagine that. Imagine feeling that way about yourself. This is all I have to give. And then, like, even still, people are in the comments clowning you like, God, who's tired of jerking off to this pig?
Oh, my God, dude. I did not even think about that. Like, all right, as men, as simple creatures as we are, you know, like, if we see boobs or, God forbid, you know, a full naked woman.
Vagine.
Like, you're dead on. You're not looking away from that. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but she's doing exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So to speak. She's doing exactly what you want. And even that, like, you can't stay focused long enough to finish what you're doing. All you can think about is she just sounds like you're murdering pigs like back in your childhood with Grandpa back here. Yeah.
I hate in the acting, man, is always so. We were talking about it earlier. Like I was trying to set this fucking computer up, and I'm like bent over the chair. And Mike's like, "What are you doing, Stat, bro?" I'm like, "I'm stuck. Oh God, I just got out of the shower." And I'm like trying to pull my pants down. I was like, "Don't fuck me." And it was just hilarious because that's how they go. And then the guy's always like, "Ugh, again, fine. Don't tell Dad." It's just so fucking weird.
I like the animation that you done the first time. I was laughing so hard I didn't get to see if you done the animation.
Oh, I don't know if I did it or not.
Oh, dude, the animation
it's always worse
was great.
Yeah.
It's always, but he was like, I said, "Help me, step bro. I'm stuck in the chair." And you're like,
oh, yeah.
Rip them off.
I slipped in the shower and rolled to the living room, got stuck under the coffee table with my pussy in the air. It's shaved. Don't look at it. I hope you don't smell it. Oh, it'd be a shame if you came over here and licked it before your dad got home. The dude's like, fine. I'm done doing my homework. And he just pulls out this fucking arm. Like his dick has got toenails on it. It's like a third leg. Fuck. He's just like, man, it's been 45 minutes, man. We gotta cut this
already.
Yeah, we gotta cut this one short,
shit.
man. We got shit to do. We wanted to be able to get one out for you, you know. And this is getting off the hinges fast. So listen, we appreciate you watching. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get one out next week. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see. Maybe we can do one like one morning. We'll be sober, so it probably won't be that good. But we're going to figure it out. Ginger Billy came to the show in Columbia. I don't think he watches this, but if he does, that was really cool. He was a good guy. Really cool to meet him finally. I've been talking to him for like a year. And to finally get to see him, that was cool. Big-ass motherfucker. I beat the shit out of him in arm wrestling, no fucking pussy. Just kidding. But he was a cool guy. Really cool dude. So I'm sure you already follow. He's got like 17 million fucking followers, so I'm sure you know who that is. But if you don't, for the 4 people who watch it, follow him. We'll do him a favor. Follow him. And if you want to see an absolute teetotal shit show, go check out Amiri King's Instagram.
Oh,
Appreciate you
hell
watching.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Thanks so much. Fuck everybody else.
What was that?
Oh, hey.
Okay, yeah. I fucked that.